Hello and welcome to this brief recorded session looking at kind of the purpose, power, and the reason for being for QuickBooks Statement Writer. We did change the name this year, and I'm in QuickBooks Account 2012 or in any Enterprise 12.0 edition. You would see under the Reports menu an ability to choose QuickBooks Statement Writer. On the Accountant Center, if you have an Accountant Center, you can click on the Statement Writer here, or if you're in an Accountant edition, whether it's Premier or Enterprise, just under the Accountant menu, you can click on QuickBooks Statement Writer. Now, it might prompt you to install an update. You go ahead and do that. It'll ask you to download it first and then install it. It has its own update mechanism separate from the maintenance releases with regular QuickBooks updates. And then you'll see this window. Maybe you haven't used Statement Writer in a while, and we have kind of consolidated it. And it's more of a a 5 or 6 step process. Then you design the template. You can even memorize it or groups of templates, and then you send it to Excel for further customization or review, and then you can create your collated PDF, etc. So I'm basically going to design a new report, a balance sheet, and then like this current month to year to date P&L. And there are other reports you can run, but some preferences and formats. Here you'd come here to choose where you want to store the reports and the Word documents, because it does integrate with Word as well. It defaults to local, and there's a folder per company file, and then a folder in there for the report itself. Or you can put it out on the server as well. Here's where you put your details that you want to show up on documents, some basic default formatting. If you like the smart underlines and want Statement Writer to automatically adjust total and subtotal underlines upon refresh, I suggest clicking on this. If you prefer to have control over it in Excel, uncheck the box. And then, of course, your styles you can choose for font and how each caption shows, subtotal, total, column, subcolumn, etc. And there's a bunch of resources here. So I'm going to cancel out of here now and click Design New. Now, of course, Open Report would be if I already have created a report. Then I could open again, because these can be used for subsequent use. But let's first design it. Brings us into the Template Designer. And again, 5 steps. First is a report content. Now, I'm going to do, we'll say 12/31/2016. Let's just do, here we go, because it's a sample file, so 12/31/2016. So this month, and I'll do a current date, but I have the balance sheet, and then of course an income statement. Just to show you, we have many other different reports here. You can kind of build your own cash flow statement and bring that over. You have a budget to actual if you set up budgets in QuickBooks, retained earnings, and then of course your Word docs. And then we'll just do and of course you can even change where you want to store it, in accrual or cash, and then you go next. So step 2 would be actually the columns. And balance sheet I'll leave as it is. For the income statement though, here's my current month to date, and then I want to grab QuickBooks data and bring it over. Look at the green bar, and here's where I can edit the date range. I want a current period, current prior year's year to date for that. So January through December 2016 versus just December. And you can also format the headers to have a different style, if you will. And I'm just going to do ending, and same here, and format the header here just to get an idea, and from and to, and just choose that. And then also I'll have a percent of the whole, and then I could do 2015 and then year to date, etc. You just keep building the columns there. And then click Next, and then how do you want to affect the rows and accounts? I'll go to the balance sheet. Here's where I could Control-click and combine accounts of selected rows, and it puts all into checking and rolls those in. Or I could just take undeposited funds and move it over. Whoops. Grab it and drag it right into, well, that's an AR. I don't want that, so I want to grab it and move it into checking. So now I have all 4 in there. So pretty easy there to customize it, get it set up. You can also kind of click in and change the wording, as you guys will like to do. Some more gap compliancy. Income statement, etc. You click Next, and then it's the headers and formatting. You can even change the from and to date or the actual statement type, a drop down, and choose. Maybe I want, this is for the income statement, I want it to say statement of income and retained earnings, or something like that. And you can change the column ending date and starting date and have that formulated so it changes when you change the date ranges. once you're in. And then you review and finish. Here's where you can memorize the statement or the group and add it to a list, right, to use, with all our clients. And so it'd be the same kind of template. You can open it with a different file. And then I'm going to create report, and it'll send it into Excel. And we'll cover a few things here, and then we'll take it. So now I've designed my template. I even memorized it, a group or the statement for others to use with different QuickBooks files. Obviously, if they have a radically different chart of accounts, they probably want to design their own. And it's building several statements within this one workbook. I'll go ahead and do this, and see it's an add-in with several options. If you forgot a statement, you can go ahead and bring one in from here, or a document, if you will. There's a set of document actions panel over on the right. This is where the Word document will be stored. You can refresh on QuickBooks at any time. If I go to the income statement and look at, say, cost of goods sold, I can zoom in. And this is kind of like the link with QuickBooks. See the numbers behind the cells themselves. And then you do other customization here. Even choose to create a collated PDF and put it in whatever order you want and what they're expecting it, and even when you want to start the continuous page numbering or restart it at what report. And you can save it as a flat Excel report too as well. Here's where you can affect further properties for rows, columns, cells, even override cells. And once it's here, then it's linked again to QuickBooks, and you have your ability to then just open it up and refresh with the current data. So that's pretty much QuickBooks Statement Writer. I hope that was helpful. You guys have a great day.